Over 60, eat these 3 cheeses to rebuild muscle and fight sarcopenia. Cheese gets a bad reputation. Too fatty, too salty, just a guilty pleasure. But what if I told you that the right cheeses can actually help you fight muscle loss after 60? That's right, one of the simplest ways to stay strong and steady as you age might already be in your fridge. Today, I'll show you 3 everyday cheeses that support muscle building and exactly how to enjoy them safely and effectively. But first, here's the real challenge. After 60, your muscles stop responding to protein like they used to. It's called anabolic resistance, and it's why you may feel weaker even when you eat well. The fix? You need protein rich in leucine, a key amino acid that tells your muscles to grow. And guess what? Cheese is one of the best sources. So if you've been avoiding it, you might be missing out on a powerful, delicious way to stay strong and independent. Let's start with the first cheese, cottage cheese. First on our list is the surprisingly potent cottage cheese. Now, I know exactly what many of you might be thinking. It conjures up images of outdated diet plans from the 1980s, often served, sadly, alongside a canned peach half. But I am asking you to set aside that perception because this humble cheese is, ounce for ounce, one of the most powerful and strategic muscle-building foods you can possibly find, especially for the unique needs of older adults. So, what makes it so special? The secret lies in the type of protein it contains. The protein in cottage cheese is approximately 80% casein. This is a critical detail. Casein is a slow-release, slow-digesting protein. This means that after you eat it, it delivers a steady, sustained stream of amino acids to your muscles over a period of 6 to 8 hours. Imagine it not as a fire hose, but as a slow-drip irrigation system for your muscles. It's like a time-release muscle protector, working for you around the clock even while you rest. This slow and steady delivery is especially valuable overnight. During the night, your body goes through a long fasting period. For someone with anabolic resistance, this is a prime time for muscle catabolism, which is the process of your body breaking down precious muscle tissue for energy. A small bowl of cottage cheese before bed can act as a powerful shield, preventing this breakdown and ensuring your muscles are fed throughout the entire night, the most critical time for your body's repair cycles. What I truly love about cottage cheese for my older patients is its profound ease of use. I hear it every day. People tell me they have trouble chewing tough meats, that their appetite just isn't what it used to be, or that heavy foods sit in their stomachs. Cottage cheese bypasses all of these issues. It's soft, it's creamy, and it is incredibly gentle on your digestive system. There's no tough chewing required, and it provides a huge protein payload without making you feel overly full. Beyond the protein, it's also a fantastic source of calcium for maintaining bone density and preventing osteoporosis. And it's rich in vitamin B12, which is essential for energy metabolism.
Let me give you some truly practical and delicious ways to incorporate it into your life. For a powerhouse breakfast, forget the sugary jams and jellies. Take a slice of hearty whole grain or sourdough toast and spread a generous layer of creamy cottage cheese over it. Top that with some sliced ripe tomatoes, a good crack of black pepper, and maybe a light drizzle of olive oil. This isn't just protein, it's a balanced meal with fiber, healthy fats, and antioxidants that will keep you full and energized for hours. For a satisfying afternoon snack, try mixing half a cup of cottage cheese with a handful of chopped walnuts for healthy fats and a dash of cinnamon, which can help with blood sugar regulation. It's a combination that tastes like a treat, but works like a medicine. You can even make your morning scrambled eggs lighter, fluffier, and packed with more protein by whisking in a tablespoon or two before you cook them. It's a simple, invisible way to add a significant protein boost to a familiar favorite. But while cottage cheese is your overnight guardian, the slow and steady protector, what about rebuilding muscle immediately after activity? What about after you've spent an hour in the garden, gone for a brisk walk, or carried the groceries in from the car? For that, you need a cheese with a unique dual-action power, and our second pick does exactly that. 2. Ricotta cheese. Our second muscle-building champion is the wonderfully creamy and versatile ricotta cheese. For most people, ricotta lives in one place, lasagna. Because of this association, they assume it must be heavy, fatty, or generally unhealthy. But its luscious, creamy texture hides a unique dual-action power for fighting muscle loss that makes it a true standout. Ricotta is traditionally made from whey, which is the watery liquid left over from the production of other hard cheeses like Parmesan or provolone. This origin story gives ricotta its secret weapon. It naturally contains a potent combination of both whey and casein proteins. We just spent time talking about casein, our slow-release protector, the marathon runner of proteins. Whey is its fast-acting partner, the sprinter. Whey protein is the fastest absorbing protein you can eat. Think of it this way. After you've done some physical activity, even light activity like walking or gardening, your muscles are damaged on a microscopic level. They are primed and ready for repair, a period often called the anabolic window. The whey protein in ricotta acts like a rapid response team. It delivers leucine and other essential amino acids to your muscle cells almost immediately, signaling them to stop breaking down and start the rebuilding process right away. The casein protein then follows, arriving like the construction crew with a slow, steady supply of building materials for the next several hours. It's a one-two punch that is perfectly designed for post-activity recovery. What makes ricotta especially valuable and therapeutic for older adults is its incredibly smooth, soft, and creamy texture. For any of my patients who have dental issues, sensitive gums, or difficulty swallowing, ricotta is so much easier and more pleasant to eat than many other protein sources. It requires no effort to chew and is gentle on the entire system. Furthermore, it is naturally lower in sodium than many other cheeses, which is a huge benefit for anyone who is monitoring their blood pressure or trying to maintain cardiovascular health.
Let's talk about some simple, elegant ways to use it. Try it on a piece of whole grain toast, topped not with butter, but with a generous dollop of fresh ricotta, a drizzle of golden honey, and a handful of fresh berries. It's a balanced, beautiful breakfast that provides fast and slow protein, complex carbohydrates, and powerful antioxidants. You can stir a spoonful into a simple tomato sauce for pasta to add a luxurious creaminess and a powerful protein punch without the saturated fat and heaviness of actual cream. Or stir it into your omelet to make it wonderfully custardy. For a truly healthy and satisfying dessert, mix ricotta with a little vanilla extract, a touch of sweetener if you like, and some unsweetened cocoa powder. In seconds, you have a high-protein chocolate mousse that feels incredibly indulgent but is actively helping your body rebuild. It is perfect proof that food can be both delicious and powerfully therapeutic. But our final cheese holds a secret that goes beyond just protein. It's packed with a specific, critical nutrient that is essential for your energy levels, your balance, and your nerve function, something that a huge percentage of people over 60 are unknowingly deficient in. You will not want to miss this one. 3. Swiss cheese. Our third and final powerhouse is a familiar, friendly face in the cheese aisle, Swiss cheese. It's so common, so readily available, that its incredible nutritional profile is often completely overlooked. It's a classic case where we mistake familiarity for a lack of benefit. And in doing so, we miss out on a uniquely potent food for healthy aging. The major misconception is that hard cheeses like Swiss are nothing more than bombs of fat and sodium. And while portion control is, of course, key with any energy-dense food, avoiding it entirely means you're missing out on a truly nutrient-dense superstar. Ounce for ounce, Swiss cheese is one of the most protein-dense cheeses you can find, packing a formidable 8 grams of high-quality protein into a single 1-ounce slice. But its real hidden superpower for the over 60 population is its astonishing vitamin B12 content. A single 1-ounce serving of Swiss cheese can provide nearly 40% of your daily B12 requirement. This is absolutely critical because vitamin B12 is fundamental for two things that many older adults struggle with profoundly: energy and nerve health. First, it plays an irreplaceable role in helping your body convert the food you eat into usable cellular energy. If you feel a pervasive sense of fatigue, it may not be your age, it could be a nutrient deficiency. Second, and perhaps even more importantly, B12 is essential for maintaining the protective coating around your nerves, known as the myelin sheath. Think of your nerves as electrical wires and the myelin sheath as the plastic insulation. B12 maintains that insulation. When B12 levels are low, that insulation can degrade, and the signal from your brain to your muscles can become weak, fuzzy, or slow. This can manifest in the real world as poor balance, a lack of coordination, tingling in the hands or feet, and a general feeling of unsteadiness that contributes to a fear of falling. Getting enough B12 is therefore fundamental to maintaining that crisp, clear nerve connection that allows for confident, controlled movement. And since our ability to absorb B12 from food can decline with age, getting it from a concentrated source like Swiss cheese is a brilliant strategy. To top it off, you might be surprised to learn that Swiss is naturally lower in sodium than many other aged cheeses, like feta or blue cheese, making it a smarter choice all around.
Incorporating it into your diet is delightfully easy. At breakfast, melt the slice over your scrambled eggs for an instant boost of protein and B12. For a classic, perfectly balanced snack, you simply cannot beat pairing a slice of Swiss cheese with a crisp apple. The combination of savory protein and fat with sweet, hydrating fiber is incredibly satisfying. It slows digestion, keeps you full for hours, and prevents you from reaching for less healthy options. At dinner, try grating Swiss cheese over steamed broccoli or asparagus. It melts into a delicious, savory sauce that also has the incredible benefit of turning your side of vegetables into a legitimate protein source. So we have our three champions: cottage cheese for slow-release overnight protection, ricotta for its dual-action rapid repair after activity, and Swiss cheese for a dense boost of protein and essential vitamin B12. But how do you actually fit them into your day without overdoing it on calories or fat? That is the most important part of the puzzle, and we're going to cover that blueprint right now. So, how do we put all of this powerful information together into a practical daily strategy? The absolute key is smart, strategic inclusion. This is not about sitting down to eat huge, unlimited blocks of cheese. It's about using cheese as a targeted nutritional tool. A proper serving is about a half cup for cottage cheese or ricotta, and about 1 ounce or 1 to 2 thin slices for a hard cheese like Swiss. Let's walk through a sample day to see how simple this can be. You might start your day with ricotta on whole grain toast for that initial fast and slow protein hit. For an afternoon snack, you could have that classic apple with a slice of Swiss cheese to crush any cravings and keep your energy levels stable. Then, after dinner, as you're winding down for the evening, you might have a small half-cup bowl of cottage cheese to load your system with that slow-release casein protein to protect your muscles while you sleep. This strategy provides a steady, pulsing stream of high-quality, leucine-rich protein to your muscles all day long, keeping them in a constant state of repair and rebuilding rather than breakdown. I know the concern about calories is real, and I always tell my patients to think about it differently. Think of the calories from these cheeses not as a liability, but as a strategic investment in your future. The small number of extra calories you might consume from a serving of cheese is a tiny, insignificant price to pay for the strength to climb stairs with ease, the power to lift your own luggage, the joy of playing with your grandkids on the floor, and the confidence to live your life without the constant, nagging fear of a fall. The science is clear, the approach is simple, and the potential for positive, tangible change in your life is very real. But knowledge without action changes nothing. The real question is whether you will take this information and turn it into a first step. If you are serious about getting stronger, about reclaiming your vitality, then I invite you to join our community by hitting that subscribe button. You'll be joining thousands of others who are dedicated to living better, stronger, and for longer. Your muscles are ready and waiting. They haven't given up. They are just waiting for the right fuel to rebuild. With cottage cheese, ricotta, and Swiss cheese on your side, you have simple, affordable, and delicious tools to succeed. It is never, ever too late to start getting stronger. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Here's to your health, your strength, and your precious independence. Your stronger self is waiting.